Well, hello, folks. You've obviously made it through week one, and so welcome to Unit 2. We'll continue, obviously, our discussion this week on expanding the information we need in order to prepare our final assignment in terms of global expansion on the company and our course scenario. So our focus this week will be it's truly centered on researching and selecting some of the analysis tools that are out there for use, both in our own industry as well as our competitors. These are truly time-tested and validated tools that we can use to go analyze what's the best approach. Where should we go? What does it look like? What will the data show us? What should we expect to see? And then from there, obviously, we make decisions. So in our Unit 2 discussion board this week, we're going to discuss the tools that are used to analyze the market and how we will use them going forward on expansion. Now, obviously, there's a few tasks involved in all these. I'm just giving you the high-level approach, but you will see how these build each and every week. Next, we get over to our Unit 2 individual project. We will, again, continue our analysis based on what we talked about in our discussion board. But we're going to start cascading those levels down. What does that mean? We're going to compare and contrast some of the tools that we selected because we're going to go defend our decisions. Remember your role. You are the consultant. You are the expert that will bring about what we need to go do in order for this company to succeed in the global expansion. So by comparing and contrasting the tools you selected in your discussion, right? You will compare and contrast what your peers also wrote in their Unit 2 discussion board. Again, this is our Unit 2 individual project. However, the initial foundation of this paper centers on the discussion on the tools that you selected. Remember, you're going to provide rationale why you selected it, why you believe it's the best approach. And your peers in the classroom will also post in Unit 2 discussion board their selection. You'll need to go by name, pick a couple of them, say, hey, I selected John and Mary and Sue, and here's what I found out. These are the tools they use. And obviously, folks, pick tools and your peers that have different tools than you have used, right? There will be a lot of commonality, but pick, those peers that have different discussions, or even if it's on the same tool, perhaps a different approach to it. You need to truly analyze their selection. You need to justify your own tool selection because it's not a competition, but it is a competition for knowledge because your recommendation, you may be competing against someone else recommending a different approach to the leadership in our course scenario. So you want to go provide the rationale for its selection as well as a specific market analysis that's involved in that. So that's a focus for our Unit 2. And as I mentioned in chat one, our introductory video, and I mentioned during chats, please try to attend live, or at a minimum, if your schedule doesn't allow it, listen to the recorded archive. Now, I always encourage folks to attend live because that's an opportunity for all of us to interact with each other. If there are any questions, it's easier to ask them. You'll type them in and I'll answer them during chat. If it does, again, if you listen to the recorded archive and you still have questions, obviously ask the questions. Make sure you do the reading and conduct the research each week on, outside articles. You'll see in my announcements, I will provide not only this video, but some articles to read that are relevant to that topic each week. Follow APA format. You'll be tired of me saying that, but folks, this is a master's class. We are here to really produce sound academic writing. That's our job. Right? Because can you imagine you're the consultant and you're presenting papers that are not legible or don't follow a good pattern, if you will, and adopt the rules of APA format. So I harp on that because I genuinely want everyone to be successful in their writing, their learning, and their overall program, right? If you do all that, chances are you'll be more successful in your career as well. So enjoy the learning again this week. And I'll tune in next week for our next video, which will be right about the halfway point. So thanks again, folks. You're doing great. Let's keep it going. Have a great week.